Hey there, guys. Hope you're all doing good today. In today's video, I wanted to talk um, um, about politics and politics now being mixed with the modern LGBT community and my feelings towards it. So, I am somewhat a history buff with topics that I'm particularly interested in, but then ones I'm not interested in, I have like no desire. So, like pagan and witchcraft rituals, I look a lot into because those are my practices whenever I feel spiritually inspired. And as you can tell by my YouTube channel and pretty much all of what I talk about is about LGBT rights. So I watch a lot of debates, conversations, or interviews from back in the day. And when you look back in time, when it comes to rights that gay men, women, bi people, and trans people were saying back in the day, was there are so many people out there who judges, haters, think that were all this negative stereotype that would be probably 90s onwards. And they didn't see a good side of us that was normal or positive. But we weren't saying anything that was like bad or something that was unfair. We were just saying, you know, we understand that like when it comes to sexuality, we understand that we are not the norm in this time, but just because we're not a man and a woman, um, and we don't strictly go with them, does it mean that we can't be good parents? Does it mean that that is an excuse for us to be treated like crap? We weren't asking for anything bad. We were asking for equal rights. Where I've noticed a lot in mainstream media with all of the ideologies, pronouns, and all of the different genders, they're trying to make the community look like we're wanting special rights where we've never wanted special rights. We wanted to be equal. And that's something that I've never really felt a connection with or never liked about the modern version of our community. So I kind of have an example that's not about gender or about pronouns, but it's something still kind of like cut and paste with our community. So I personally, when it comes to presidents, I don't get involved with that kind of thing, especially American presidents. Like the way I see it is, it's almost America's problem, and even the ones we have here, like I'm not that bothered about. I'm just not one of them people who make it their entire either identity or think that they should do it. So because of that, I personally don't know a lot about Joe Biden and Donald Trump and Obama, which are like the two popular ones that were kind of within the time that I was growing up. But I watch a lot of YouTubers that are either Trump supporters or Biden supporters or Obama supporters. Um, and I've noticed a trend with our community that they put a Biden under like this light of someone who is for our community, even though they don't, most of them almost all of them don't give any examples of what he's done. And with President Trump, they deem him as basically this awful person, like racist, sexist, homophobe, transphobe. But whenever I see these videos, or whenever I've spoke to people who just hate Trump, and I tell them to give me some examples, they either change the subject or they quote something that was from like 5 years ago, but then another person will like say, well, he's apologized for that. So I think that in the modern LGBT society, it's become a trend to do certain things, believe certain beliefs, like in gender and pronouns and alternative, non-normal kind of like sexualities. But then it's also become normal to say that Trump is this awful person with no redeeming qualities, and then Biden is this beacon of light. I just don't believe that one person is all good and one person is all bad. So, my kind of story is that, so in Nottingham, there is this gay bar called the New Foresters, and I went to my first drag show with my friend, and there was this guy that I recognise there from like another group that I've been in, and his friend that was next to him invited me and my friend to come join them. They were him in particular was chatty, but all of his friends, I think he was with two altogether, and were chatty, but he was like the ringleader of the conversations on his side. And we kind of obviously are watching the show, the drag show, but then we get really comfortable just talking. And then we get to the point where we're talking about politics, and he was like, he wanted to say something, and he basically was like, look, I don't want to make you guys feel uncomfortable, but I just want to let you know that I personally am a Trump supporter and I like what he does. And everyone went quiet, and I kind of said something like, that's fine, that doesn't make you any less gay, or it doesn't mean that you yourself are a terrible person. Like, you're into politics wise who you're into. And he was quite shocked to the fact that I said that. So it was apparent to me that I was the first gay guy that said that's fine. And, it did make me think that I'm not saying that Trump is amazing, just like I don't think Biden is amazing. Like I say, I don't know because I don't care. But I do care when people call someone horrible things like racist, misogynist, transphobe, homophobe, but then they don't give any receipts or show any proof of like footage that he's done. The only thing that I know that Trump has done is that video where he said that you can grab women basically by the genitals. But other than that, that's all that I've seen, and that's all that someone's given proof wise. So you could probably say that he's sexist or just a bit of a pervert, but I've seen no proof that he's racist, transphobic, and a homophobe. And people today don't understand that calling someone by them names is dangerous. Like, they're such negative names to be put on yourself, and it can make people kind of take a step back and not want to talk to you, or some people that are actually like that will get comfortable with like saying things that are racist, transphobic, and homophobic. But if you don't feel like that, then obviously that puts you in a movement that you don't agree with because it is negative or harmful. So I just feel like in the modern LGBT society, that we need to look into things before going on a trend. Like, like I say, I'm not saying that Donald Trump has never said anything always positively amazing all the time, but I do feel like it is a trend just to hate on him and love Biden, and to say that he's all these negative things, where the only proof that I've seen, like I say, from YouTubers or from conversations I've had, is that one video. That one video. So I feel like people need to look into things. Like I say, I'm not saying that he's 100% not a racist, homophobe, or transphobe, but what I am saying is people need to look into what people are saying before they them say it, because then it will come to the point where people believe in it too much and they get a bad representation when it's not actually how they think. So that was basically what I wanted to talk about in this video, that being gay itself has nothing to do with politics, and I hate it when people talk about just simply being gay and lumping it with politics, whether it's for positivity or negativity. I just never liked it. You know, being gay is just who someone else is. So I hope that you guys like this video. Comment down below if you've had a similar experience, and if you have, tell me about it, because I'd love to know. Subscribe if you obviously like the video as well, and share it with your friends, and love you guys.